Many years ago, one day, my maid brought her 5-year-old daughter along with her. I asked her why she is here with you. Didn't she go to school today? She told me. Uh, Her eyes were full of despair while telling. She told that she is a housemaid working as a domestic help in people's home, and same we all do. Her aunts and her grandmas, both maternal and paternal, both grandmas are working as a domestic help. So obviously she is also going to work as a domestic help when she will grow up. And while telling this, she started crying. And I got also very upset by looking at her helplessness and by listening to her thoughts. I asked her to finish her work and then let's have tea together. I'll tell you a story. She said, okay. And because she thought there is no point of sending her to school, because eventually she has to be a maid when she will grow up. So after I told her story with a cup of tea, her eyes, which earlier were full of despair and her face was full of sadness, now her eyes were shining with the happiness, with the hope, and she had a little bit smile on her face. Her eyes were sparkling with the hope now. Now, next day, the very next day, she enrolled her daughter to the school. That girl, few days back, she cleared her ninth standard and now she is in 10th standard. Because eventually she has to be a maid when she will grow up. So after I told her story with a cup of tea, her eyes, which earlier were full of despair and her face was full of sadness, now her eyes were shining with the happiness, with the hope, and she had a little bit smile on her face. Her eyes were sparkling with the hope now. Now, next day, the very next day, she enrolled her daughter to the school. That girl, few days back, she cleared her ninth standard and now she is in 10th standard. And with full dedication, she is pursuing her dream of being a teacher and to make a difference in the life of the students. My dear friends, now you all must be very anxious to listen that story too. You must be very much inquisitive to know the name of the person, inspiring person, whose story I told to her. Now, without much ado, I'll let you know that lady whose story I told her, that was actor, that was reporter, that was newsreader, anchor, and that was a talk show host, a great philanthropist, a producer, a proprietor. Now, you all must be guessing. Some of you, I know, have guessed also. That lady whose story I told her to my maid, that lady, none other than Oprah Winfrey, the legend, the brand. Now, let me tell you the story of Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey was born to an unwed teenager mom who couldn't afford time as well as money for the upbringing of her daughter. So that's why she sent her to her grandma. Her grandma was also very poor. She used to work as a domestic help at some house. So she used to cover Oprah Winfrey with the sacks. And Oprah Winfrey and her grandma used to eat the leftover from the house where her grandma used to work. At the age of 3, her grandma taught her to read. One day, her grandma told her to learn household chores so that when she will grow up, when she will be maid, then it will be of great help. Then Oprah Winfrey told her grandma that she is never gonna be a maid or domestic help. So she don't want to learn any household chores like her grandma. When she got weak due to her old age, she sent her back to her mom. Her mom was already suffering from poverty. Oprah Winfrey developed the bad habit of stealing. Her childhood was full of challenges, disappointments, and difficulties. So one day she stole something and her mom came to know. She scolded her and Oprah Winfrey felt very bad. She left the home. But moms, have to scold sometime their kids for their betterment. So it doesn't mean that any child should leave the home. This can be nightmare to any child whosoever leaves the home. Now, out of love, Oprah Winfrey's mom left no stone unturned. She tried to find her and eventually she found her and brought her back to the home. Now, at the age of 14, Oprah Winfrey gave birth to a child, baby boy, but he couldn't survive due to his premature birth. So, her mom was, fed up from the Oprah Winfrey's ways and she sent her to her stepfather. Her stepfather was very nice and gentle person. He helped Oprah Winfrey and encouraged her for her studies. He helped in the studies. So there Oprah Winfrey developed the good habit of reading good books. And she developed this habit and this habit is going to change her life. You will soon come to know. And during her high school, she took her majors. Major means the main subjects as act of art and public speaking. So soon she became very fluent in her, speeches. And while she was in high school, she got job. She got offer from radio and there she was very much appreciated by the public, whosoever listened to her. Now she tried in TV because she was influenced from Barbara Walter. And that's why she applied on TV and she was hired. She was successful in getting that job as a co-anchor in the TV. But at the age of 23, this very first job, she got fired. You know why? Because while reading news, whensoever there is any sensitive news, she used to get emotional, upset, and she couldn't handle or read that news anymore. So that's why she got fired from her very first job at the age of 23 on TV. Even though Earlier, at the age of 19, she worked on radio also. But this was the first job on TV. But she didn't give up. She didn't quit. She had another dream to be the host of talk show. Soon, when she applied for the host job, she got the job on the Chicago talk show. Now, this was so much appreciated by the public, and every day millions of views she got. I mean, millions people used to watch her every day on TV. And for that, she got another talk show whose name, because of her popularity among the people, that talk show earned the name of Oprah Winfrey. The Oprah Winfrey talk show lasted for 25 years. It started from 1986 to 2011. For 25 years, this Oprah Winfrey talk show was in the air. My dear friends, with this talk show, she got very rich and she got very popular. And now she tried her hand to buy Oprah Winfrey Network with the name of OWN. After that, she also worked as a producer, proprietor, and she also had one dream of becoming actor, working in the movie. Soon she applied for that role and she got very good role in a movie, The Color Purple. The Steven Spielberg offered her this role and her dream came true. My dear friends, she became richest of the rich from poorest of the poor. And she didn't keep all her money with her because she was the firm believer of the God, of some superpower. She believed in charity and she is the topmost first philanthropist who gives so much charity to the needy people. My dear friends, now she is the first African American black who, who is multi-billionaire. She is the topmost first African American female who is multi-billionaire. Now these days her own brand is there. She is known as a brand. She is living legend. And one more thing, during her teenage, at the age of 17, she also participated in beauty contest and she won the crown. She won the crown Miss Black Tennessee, Nashville. My dear friends, she has shown us that whatever she dreamt about, she accomplished. You want to know what made her richest of the rich from poorest of the poor? And there are many qualities she is having. We all can learn from her journey. This journey is very much inspiring. So I know all of you are very anxious to know what different qualities or special qualities she was having.